On royal wedding day, many of us woke early, put on paint and party hats, and anything else remotely festive and patriotic, and readied our lungs to scream and shout. This was Will's and Kate's day, and tens of thousands wanted to be there. A huge crowd worthy of U2 or the Stones was spread across Hyde Park, waiting to watch everything on big television screens. They lined the barricades along the Mall. They stood 8 to 10 deep outside Westminster Abbey. Some had camped out for days.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
A British thing to do, you know, come down here, celebrate everything that's good about being British.
Good old London town and its splendid Gothic Abbey was veiled in mist, what the English call a dull day. It didn't matter. The mood was infectious. The groom and the best man travelled to the Abbey in a glass-backed Rolls-Royce. A roar went up as soon as they were spotted leaving Clarence House. It's 30 years since a future British monarch exchanged marriage vows in a church. Inevitably, there would be resonances of that July morning when Prince Charles married an Earl's daughter called Lady Diana Spencer. We remain a little haunted by that image of a 15-year-old boy, head bowed, walking behind his mother's coffin in 1997. William wants us to remember his mother, just as he seems to every day of his life. As we know, he gave his bride his mother's engagement ring. Groom and best man arrived at the Abbey, surrendered their hats, and with a quick pat of the hair, the service was just half an hour away. Prince William was dressed in the uniform of an Irish Guards mounted officer. Prince Harry in the uniform of a Blues and Royals officer. Here was our first glimpse of the bride, Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, departing her hotel with her father Michael, stepping into another Rolls-Royce and into royal history. What was the dress like? Was the hair up or down? Were there flowers or a tiara? We would find out shortly. So here at last, at the Abbey doors, we had the answers. The dress, long-sleeved and floor-length in white and ivory satin, beautiful and understated. The bride wore a tiara. The designer was, as many had predicted, Sarah Burton, protégée of the late Alexander McQueen, and of course British. A moment for composure to adjust the veil and the train, with help from her sister Pippa. And then the bride, on her father's arm, advanced on that long walk from the door to the high altar. Prince Harry looked back first. Yes, she was almost there. Prince William, for his part, looked to settle any nerves. The first word to his bride, "You look beautiful." And to his father-in-law-to-be, something about, wasn't this supposed to be a small family affair? So the Windsors were marrying, like so many other European royals, into the middle class, dipping their toes into an infinitely larger gene pool. This was a union of two firstborn, and in this celebrity age, with a tall, handsome, telegenic couple at its heart, it was also a live television event disseminated around the globe. And yet somehow there was an intimacy to it. The vows were spoken quietly but firmly. As predicted, the word obey was omitted.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Till death us do part.
Till death us do part.
The ring was of Welsh gold, as is the tradition. William had already decided he won't himself wear one. And so in Westminster Abbey and outside, they sang one of the most rousing songs in the English hymn book, Jerusalem. Music by Hubert Parry, words by the English poet William Blake. brides came out to cheers. And so out into the world they ventured in an open state landau. A mounted guard provided escort. Down the Mall they came, a mass of well-wishers swarming towards the palace gates, only held back by the policemen. They'd have to wait a while, but everyone knew it's part of the ritual, a balcony appearance. And although the royals don't like performing on demand, a kiss was expected. Eventually, the public and media wish was granted. It was the briefest of kisses. A minute or so later, the groom whispered, "One more kiss?" And so the public day ended with a kiss. After this weekend, we may not see that much of the couple for a while. For the first few years, they will try to lead relatively normal lives, an RAF officer and his wife.